ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Diablo 3 Status Update, episode number 42. I am MackTen, and today on Diablo 3 Status Update, I'm going to show you the two greatest tricks that you can possibly do with the game. Now, these are two things that I have no idea why they didn't ship turned on by default, but they don't, and I'm going to show you how to turn them on and what they do. So the first thing you want to do is what I just did. Hit escape, go to options, gameplay, show advanced tooltips, and show elective mode. You want to make sure these are both checked. By default, they are both not checked. Now what this does is, like, let's turn off elective mode and advanced tooltips for a moment. Now, if I hit S, go to defensive skills, summon zombie dogs. Alright, these are my defensive skills. That's all I can do. I can only select, for this slot, for number 1, I can only have one of these 4 skills. However, if I turn on elective mode and go back, now not only can I put one of my defensive spells there, if I decide that I'd like to have 2 terror spells, I can have 2 terror spells there, or 2 decay spells, 2 voodoo spells. The thing is, I have a defensive slot, a terror slot, a decay slot, and a voodoo slot. They aren't dedicated slots anymore. I can have my voodoo here, I can have 3 voodoo, I can have 4 decay spells, I can have 4 defensive spells. I can have summon zombie dogs and horrify or hex next to each other. So now I have both hex and summon zombie dogs. Hell, I'll have Spirit Walk. Let's throw that in there. Now I have Spirit Walk. Now for defensive, hell, I can have corpse spiders. I can set one of my primary ones here, so I can have a poison dart for number 4. So now I have both firebomb and poison dart set at the same time. I just press 4 to fire the poison darts, and I click to throw the skulls. I can press 2, summon my little fetish guy, press 1, summon up my zombie dogs. I can use all of these skills simultaneously from the same category. This is a little hidden treasure that virtually no one knows about, that is one of the most important things you can do with Diablo 3 that for some reason didn't ship turned on by default. Alright, now the next thing I want to show you guys are the advanced tooltips. Alright, so let's leave them off for a moment, and let's look at what the skills say. Okay, summon 4 zombie dogs. Alright, throw a possessed skull that explodes on impact. It bounces, dealing damage on every bounce. Okay, that's all well and good. I have a general idea of what this spell does, but what if I want to make it stronger? Should I stack intelligence? Should I stack strength? Dexterity? Weapon damage? What do I do to make that spell stronger? Because I know it's based off my gear, just not how. So, I'm going to go to Show Advanced Tooltips. Bam! Lob an explosive skull that deals 85% weapon damage as fire to all enemies within 8 yards. So it tells me 8 yards is the radius of that explosion. 8 yards is how far the explosion spreads, and 85% of my weapon damage is the area of effect damage. So I know if I want to increase the spell damage, I simply have to have more damage out of my weapon. And now I know my zombie dog spell costs 37 mana, it has a 60-second cooldown. Each dog deals 9% of my weapon damage as physical damage. So if I want my zombie dogs to do more damage, I need to have more weapon damage. If I want my Grasp of the Dead, I know exactly what the percentages are of how much it slows my enemies, and I also know where the damage comes from. It's 20% of my weapon damage. So these are two really, really, really useful tricks that didn't ship turned on by default. I have no idea why, but I just wanted to briefly share those with you guys. I'm going to be doing an episode of Evil Money tomorrow, the first episode of Evil Money. It's going to be rather short, sweet, and to the point, because there's not too much to talk about, because the real money auction house hasn't been put into the game yet. But we're going to talk about the basics of the game, some simple tips and tricks. I might actually do Evil Money live. I have not decided yet, But anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Diablo 3 Status Update with your host, MackTen. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like them on YouTube, upvote them on Reddit. You can find me on Twitter at MackX10. You can email me at MackTenTV@gmail.com. I will catch you next time and have fun out there. Bye-bye.